Welcome to part 4 of Angular from Scratch series, and in this part we'll be discussing how to write an Angular component without the generator. So we'll be writing it from scratch. Remember the diagram that we used in some other previous videos? Well, this time we've got a little bit of ASCII art that shows pretty much how to build any component in Angular. So any component needs to have at least the class file, the template file, and the style file. Pretty easy stuff, right? So let's now practice that by building a new component from scratch, which we'll call profile. So first we'll import the profile file, and interestingly, this will probably break our app a couple of times because we're not using the generator, so we got to go through it step by step. So I'm importing a profile component from a non-existent profile folder, and the name of my component is profile.component. So that's my class file, and now I need to add it to the list of declarations in the decorator, and that's it. So of course when I save it, it's going to break my app, but that's okay, that was expected. So now let's go to the profile component, to building the actual profile components. So I'll do new folder, profile, and now I'll add 3 files. So new file, profile.component.ts, that's my class file. Then another new file, profile.component.html, and finally profile.component.css. So now that I've added all of that, I can start by typing out my profile component CS file. So I'll import component and on init from Angular core, and then I'll do add component and pass in the options object to this decorator. So I'm typing selector app-profile, then template URL, and here I'll add /profile.component.ts, .html, and then I'll do style URLs, and I'll pass in a single item to this array. So it's profile.component.css. Okay, and now I can export class profile component implements on init, and I'll open and close a curly brace, and inside of here I'm gonna add a constructor, a pair of parentheses, a pair of curly braces, and then ng on init, and that's about it. So now let's save that as well and go to the profile component template file. So this one's going to be pretty easy. We're just going to do a div here, an h1, and we're going to say profile works. And let's perhaps add it class of p20 to p20. All right. So that's it. And now finally I can copy this class from the app component CSS into the profile component CSS. File, save all. And now I have a situation where my app is still not compiling. So let's Control C in the terminal to stop my built-in server, Angular server. And I'll type again ngs. And let's see what happens. Perhaps I made a typo somewhere, so I'm going to have to fix it. Or everything's going to compile fine. So thankfully, it's the second of the two. Everything is working fine. So now there's just one little thing that I'd want to discuss before the end of this video. And that's the fact that we've got the P20 class in the profile component, and we also got the P20 class in the app component. So this is a utility class, so let's move it from the app component and from the profile component CSS, and instead use a global styles file, which is style.css. And let's now just type P20 right here into it. And just as the comment here says, you can add global styles to this file. So this will be shared by all the components in our app now. All right, so that's good. Everything's still compiling. Everything seems to be working. I'll make a commit of this update. And for the next video, we're going to be adding a new view to our router, and that new view will show our profile page. So stay tuned.